All right, serious question. Serious question.
Cheers.
How long do you think you
2
would
minutes.
survive? Okay, I said serious, guys. Come on. Hello, this is the Who Effing Knows podcast, and guess what? We are coming at you not live, but somewhat live in a very dangerous situation from an automobile.
On the road again?
It's myself, Patty V. We got Dave Rainey. We got Aaron Poole. We are on the road to the UL Tulane football game tonight. So we're going to go have some fun in Lafayette tonight. You're going to play some games with us on the way. We decided that we're going to do the alphabet game.
Yeah,
we're doing.
Yeah, we're going to do the alphabet game as we're driving. No matter what's going on, okay? Somebody could be in the middle of the most serious story ever. If you see the letter on the thing, we're going to start it when we get on the interstate.
Okay.
That's when we'll start it.
Fair.
So, no matter what's going on, shout it out. All right? I don't care if somebody's telling you somebody died. Shout it out.
Yeah.
You see zebra, you yell zebra. Especially zebra, because we know.
Yeah.
Z's are tough.
Speaking of dying, Aaron, take care of us. Please do not be distracted. This is not the ideal situation to be traveling on interstate. We don't suggest anyone out there does this, by the way.
We should probably say we're allegedly driving.
Yeah, we're definitely
Allegedly.
not
This is a simulation.
doing this in a car.
Yeah, this is a pretend thing.
We're actually at a Chuck E. Cheese right now inside of a Cruisin' USA simulator. So
Yeah. What is this from? Look, we got pieces of the camera. Please just accept all shaking of the video. Anybody not being able to be seen, you got to just deal with the technical issues we'll have tonight. I'm assuming we got topics like this is a normal episode.
You said you had a million topics that you've been saving. So
I do have some topics. I was going to start with my favorite roads since we're on a road trip. You ready for that?
Oh my God!
Here we go.
I didn't know we were getting lame, Dave.
There's only four.
Go for it.
Number 1, Abbey Road, or number 4, Abbey Road.
Okay.
Number 3, Cody Roads. Number 2, Dusty Roads. Or sorry, Dusty Roads. And number 1, Stardust.
Okay, doesn't say road in the name at all.
Roads.
Dustin, but you said Cody Roads. Stardust. Who's Stardust?
I didn't. I meant Gold Dust. I ruined it.
I was
ruined
confused.
The bit. I meant Gold Dust. I had Cody Roads on the bottom and said Stardust.
The number one you said didn't even have roads in the name, and I was like, wait a minute, what is happening here?
Well, the joke was that it was Stardust, who is.
Yeah.
You get it. Anyway.
I get it.
Can we start with baseball?
Gold Dust. Sorry. Yeah.
I have a stat.
Let's talk about baseball.
I have a stat. You may or may not have seen this on Twitter. This is from Opta Stats.
Yeah.
So, since RBIs became official the car is shaking and my phone is shaking. Since RBIs became official in 1920, only one MLB player has had, over the course of his entire career, a game with 10 RBIs, 6 hits, 5 extra base hits, 3+ home runs, and 2 stolen bases.
Did you say a game? One singular game?
One singular game over one game or multiple games has accomplished all those things over the course of their career. And that one player is Shohei Ohtani, and he did it all in one night.
That's phenomenal. Pretty good. Sultan of SWAT.
Did you see this game the other night?
I did not see the game. I saw Twitter going crazy about it, though.
You missed quite possibly the greatest baseball game I've ever seen played by a single person in my entire life. I think it's safe to say now, all the old heads, it's time to step aside. I don't want to hear the name Babe Ruth uttered in the same sentence as Shohei Ohtani ever again.
Great Bambino.
Ever again.
can we talk about? I think you briefed on it. That they would, if I caught that ball, they would have to pry it from my dead hands.
Yeah.
I'm not a pitcher with Ohtani and a signed baseball bat is not doing it. You're gonna meet me at the auction place.
Yeah, I was gonna
buy this.
I was gonna bring that up. The guy that caught the ball. First off, they posted a video today. Somebody did of the fight over the ball.
Yeah.
And there's rumors that the guy who caught it didn't even know who Ohtani was before he got to the game, which is nuts.
Baseball.
Baseball. But he left with the ball. He didn't give it back to him. supposedly they tried to negotiate, but they didn't say what they tried to negotiate. But we all know that when it comes to these things, they're always like, hey, here's a picture and a autograph.
Yeah.
And that ain't going to cut it for me.
No.
I'm going to be honest. We're talking life-changing money or it's staying with me.
Do you think that's the reason he kept the ball? Was it like, I don't even know who the hell this guy is. I just know he did some crazy stuff and I want this ball.
Yeah, well, I like to think he's kind of a smart guy and he's like, you know what? I don't know who this person is, so I'm going to take a step back, evaluate the situation, and because he very well could have just taken the first thing offered to him, right?
Yeah.
But he's got some brains on him to be like, you know what? This is clearly a big moment. Let me see what I can get for this.
Yeah.
You talked about that guy, the video in general. Should we turn the light on?
General.
Yeah, hold on. Cops.
5-0.
This is from the darkness.
Lay low.
Darkness.
Someone's about to get pulled over.
Attraction. Hey.
Allegedly.
I'm on B,
Boom.
by the way.
So,
Oh, wait, we got the A. I forgot we're playing the game. We're on B. All right. Bergerons.
There you go. You didn't even wait. It's not a competition. We're just in together.
Covington.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
Are we doing this together?
I guess so.
Let's
yeah,
make
we'll
it a
just
team
together.
thing.
We'll just go together.
All
It's
right,
fine.
Covington.
But the video with the guy who it almost like touched his fingertips and he could not get it. How, if you're that guy, are you able to sleep at all for the next year knowing that you could have just had your life savings just slip 2 inches?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
You gotta
tough.
look. Then the guy that actually caught the ball, he did the thing where, you know how when you catch a home run, you hold it up in the air to show you caught it. You can't do that, buddy.
No.
Luckily, he stayed with it. But in that scenario, you gotta.
Yeah, good luck getting out the parking lot,
I'm
buddy.
sticking it in my pants. You want it? Come get it.
Better have some strong hands.
Yeah,
Just saying.
you can't do that. It's been a while since we recorded. I feel like a lot has happened.
Yeah. The Saints are relevant.
The Saints are relevant. We did ask for hot takes. Do you want to save that for the end?
Yeah, we can save it for the end. That's
Okay.
fine.
Some big things that have happened since we last recorded. Is it still relevant to talk about the Super Bowl performer situation?
Sure. Why not?
So Kendrick is the Super Bowl performer, and New Orleans Twitter is in an uproar. Thoughts?
I don't care.
In an uproar because it's not Lil Wayne.
Yeah, maybe it's because it has been a little bit of time. I don't really care. I don't think I cared originally. I personally believe that Lil Wayne is a terrible live performer, and I don't care to watch him do a Super Bowl show. I also think his songs don't really lend themselves to like an audience of that type. You know, not that Kendrick's technically do, because he's going to talk about some real deep cuts. But yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I thought it was funny every time somebody would post a video and be like, they're trying to tell me Lil Wayne can't be a performer, and it's a video of him performing. Every other word is like, bitch, bitch, bitch. I'm like, this is exactly why he's not the performer.
And I feel like, 10, 15 years ago, maybe you could get away with saying Wayne could go up there and perform, but let's be honest, Wayne, lyrically, is he the same? Not necessarily, but I just don't see him performing anywhere as confident as he would 10 or 15 years ago. He's not Wayne of the past, and I just don't think that the Super Bowl is really for him.
I've been to a few Lil Wayne concerts in my time, and the only one that was any good was Louisiana Fest, and it was because he brought out 1 million other people to perform.
Which, to be fair, he would probably do at the Super Bowl. He's got plenty of features.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
I don't like the argument. Oh, he's from New Orleans, so he has to perform. Like, I get that they did that in California. I don't think you're going to see that often in a lot of places.
Yeah, when's the last time it happened?
California. That was it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know there's any more other than that.
Yeah.
So, like, that's not a thing that happens. They try to tie in, like, local things, I think, when they can. Like, I think we talked about when Beyonce was here. Trombone Shorty came up. That'll probably happen again.
Yeah.
I still think you may get a Lil Wayne appearance.
Yeah, it's not off the table.
I think
also, how spicy is it for Kendrick to bring out Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the thing. If you're Lil Wayne, do you do it? Like, you can't post a video saying how sad you are, and then if you're offered to get a chance, say no.
Yeah.
If he does that, there's no coming back for Drake. There's already no coming back for Drake. But if Drake brings out your boss in his own city and performs, I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
As it gets.
Yeah. You got anything before I just keep blowing through all my topics?
No,
you just want
I
me to
got
keep...
nothing, man.
That's
I could
fine.
just talk. You want to just talk?
No, I mean, I got more stuff we can talk
What
about
layer are
here.
we on? D?
Shit,
D's
I forgot we're
nuts.
playing this game. I keep forgetting. I became obsessed with a new show over the last 2 weeks that I watched in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
It is The Secret Life of Mormon Wives
Interesting.
on Hulu. Brother.
Yeah.
First off,
Heard a lot about this thing.
Yeah, first off, trash TV. Like, the definition of trash TV. But it's must watch. Like, if you just want some TV you could sit back and have on in the background, you want some drama, you're going to get hooked.
Yeah.
Like, it's about this, it's a group of Mormon wives. They do a thing called Mom Talk, and it's just all of them dancing together or whatever. One of them got into a scandal because she got on her TikTok and said she was a swinger and all these other people were swinging with her, and yeah, so things happened. The group kind of fell apart. They come back together, but then it's like, it gets me thinking, because they do the thing where they talk, right? Like in between scenes, they talk to the camera and stuff like that, and they're just always shitting on each other. There's like no loyalty in this group, and it got me thinking: do women in their friend groups actually like each other?
That's a great question.
Because through my lifetime, that has been my experience, that they generally talk shit about each other all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Is that also your experience?
Yes and no. My wife must be an angel. I swear. I've seen other women, and other women I've dated do that constantly. And other women in my wife's life, I watch them do that sometimes. But she doesn't really do that. So it kind of blows my mind. Maybe like here or there's one person she'll say some things about. But yeah, I mean, I think women just like to drag each other down, to be honest. Like the whole I'm not wearing this for you, I'm wearing this for me, and things like that. And then like I'm getting judged for this and that. And they blame it on men. Men ain't judging you for half the stuff. It's the women.
Yeah, the women are going to love us for these takes. They were terrible at like settling arguments with each other. There was it just went on forever. And it also made me think, this is why men are such better friends to each other.
Yeah.
Like, if we have an argument, it's like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You shut the fuck up. Cool, we're friends again.
Yeah.
Like,
either we're fighting or we're getting over it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
we
just
don't
move on.
We just address things.
And girls will do that, but they'll do that behind the scene.
Yeah. Yeah, we just address things face to face, and that's it.
Stop beating around the bush. Just tell me
Right.
to my face.
Yeah. No, they're going to stay behind your back.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh my God, guess what Cassie did? I don't care what Cassie did.
You should have seen what she wore.
Yeah, that was... But listen, it's must-see TV. I'm telling you. I'm waiting for season 2.
So it's like Jersey Shore, basically, but for Mormons.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a different kind of wild, but it's definitely up there.
Was this show filmed like before or after the scandal with
after? So it starts with it's all after the scandal, but like
Gotcha.
the first episode is like her, there's like one main chick who like starts the show, and she's kind of like the center point of it all.
Yeah.
Because she started the group. The first episode is her like reuniting with one of the other chicks, and then they all get back together again.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like it's all post
Situationships.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of things that happen in there.
Yeah.
And it's not the only scandal. So you definitely should watch. This chick gets pregnant, and she doesn't like the baby daddy. The baby
Nice.
daddy wants to marry her. She doesn't want. It's a whole thing, man.
I have a question. What is a Mormon?
Oh goodness.
Patty.
I can't explain the Mormon faith. There's like levels to it, and I don't even like literally. There's levels to being a Mormon, and like you're like 100% pure.
Yeah,
or
can I
something
cut
like
in
that.
on this
Yeah,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
That's kind of what this show is about.
Okay.
It's like, so there's 8 of them, right?
Okay.
Or 8 or 9, and like 4 of them they're all somewhat wild, but 4 of them are much more strict when it comes to like the Mormon rules.
Yeah.
Like they don't drink. They're very strict about how things go. Like they're just sticking to the Mormon rules, and the other 4 are very much not strict.
Yeah.
And like they refer to each other as like the saints and the sinners. So there's definitely like they talk about each other on a Mormon scale.
Yeah, there is there is a Mormon scale, and it's something like the guy, like they follow some guy's teachings. Like I think he was like a prophet or something, but he's like just a random dude in like the 1900s that developed this religion, and it's based. I think it's like loosely based on Christianity. I don't really know. You got me. That's my best explanation.
Yeah, and they're very much like trying to like the group of 4 that's less strict. They're more like not trying to like being defiant.
Right.
It's more like, so the other group, there's a couple of women that like won't do anything except what their husbands say is okay. Mm-hmm. So like this other group is like 3 of them are divorced because of that. They're like, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Like
we're standing up for ourselves. So that's like the whole thing. It's a good show for what it is. So if you want some entertainment TV, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Hulu, check it out.
Yeah, it seems fun. I used to watch, because of my wife, obviously, I used to watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Also kind of wild. So.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of like crap TV like that. I really just watch The Office over and over again.
So the remake, how you feeling? Not a lot of great comments on the on the post the other day.
Yeah. Aaron, give us some thoughts. You're a little too focused on driving.
Or just focus on pretending to drive because we're in a simulator.
I am 100% going to get a phone call from everyone in my family. Don't you ever do that again.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm focused, and we're at Chuck E. Cheese, so there's nothing to worry about.
True. Anyway, your thoughts on The Office remake?
I don't know. I may get crap for this, but I get when shows and movies do this. I think we had talked about this a while back, but I don't know, something about the main character, aka Michael Scott's character, being like a female, and like, you know, Jim having a spat instead of it being like Dwight's character is like another female, and it's a guy and a female. I don't know, it just like, not that it can't be funny, but it just, to me, the dynamic of it may be a little different. That was the one thing that set out for me. I mean, the main girl who's supposed to be Michael Scott, it looks like it could be funny, but it just, I don't know, it looks really forced, and I felt like that's what made the last one was so good. It didn't feel forced. This one just feels like they're trying to be funny, and it's just not.
That's what I was going to say. From the trailer, at least, I'm going to watch it because The Office is like my all-time favorite show. So I'm going to watch it, and I'm not somebody that's like, things should never be remade. I'm all for remakes. I think we've talked about that in the past. But, like Aaron said, it did feel forced, and a lot of it felt like, maybe it's just the trailer, but they were trying to like recreate the same moments, almost like it wasn't its own show. If you're going to do a remake, I think, especially if you're changing the characters up that much, it needs to be its own show. Now, I know, like, it's funny because our version of The Office was almost like a shot-for-shot remake of at least the pilot of the UK version.
Right.
But then it took on a thing of its own. So you gotta play with it a little bit. And there were a couple moments in the thing where I got a little chuckle, but other than that, I was like, this is kind of cringe. And it's such a tough show to remake because the humor in it, like, wouldn't fly today, which is probably why it's being made in Australia.
Yeah.
It's probably not as...
Do they all have accents?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So I'm hoping, because it's not here, and like, we're a little more sensitive to things here. Like, if The Office couldn't be made today here.
Is it like an edgy Bluey? Because that's what I'm thinking of.
That's what I'm kind of hoping for.
I want it to be that.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for, is that because it's in another country, it has that edge to it still. Because that's what made The Office so good.
Yeah.
I'll watch it, but I don't have high hopes.
I think that's the scary part with a lot of like shows and movies, is like people want to, I mean, we all have that feeling after a beloved show ends and it's a series finale. You're like, man, I used to love watching this show, and now what am I going to do? And then you kind of hope for a spin-off, or you hope for a remake or something, and it happens, and sometimes you're like, it's like, maybe this isn't what I wanted. And so I just feel like we all said, we're gonna definitely give it a shot and see if it's funny. But it just from the trailer, it didn't give me any hopes at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can go with that. Like, you can either remake a show like they're doing, or you could go like the How I Met Your Mother route, where they did How I Met Your Father. Just like it's kind of the same dynamic, but it's a different story. So it works, because you're not like, you don't really have to compare it to the other one, because it's not supposed to be the other one. So, I watched The Big Bang Theory. That's one of my favorite shows. Like Young Sheldon and all these spinoffs, they're not really part of. They're in the same universe, but they're not the same show. So it works.
Yeah, it's not a multiverse. It's,
right. It's not a multiverse.
I did find out a fun fact that...
fun facts. I love fun facts.
I do too.
Did you know that, we're talking about spinoffs, Sabrina Carpenter was the main star of Girl Meets World?
I don't know. I didn't really watch that show.
I've never watched Girl Meets World. I think I've said it on the pod before. Not a big fan of Boy Meets World.
What?
Topanga, bro?
Well, yeah, but the show I'm not a fan of.
Mr. Feeney?
Of course I'm a fan of Topanga. Who's not a fan of Topanga?
There's so many quotable things from that show. Okay.
I was never a big...
You were
Boy
young.
Meets
It's
World.
fine. It's,
Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, I like Saved by the Bell. My mom loved Saved by the Bell, so she always had Saved by the Bell on. I love Saved by the Bell. What was... I'm blanking on the other one. The one, it was the family, Uncle Jesse...
Family Matters.
Full House. Yeah.
Family Matters, different show.
Yeah.
Family
Steve
Matters,
Urkel.
also good.
Kind of the opposite of Full House.
Yeah, well, in a way.
I liked Full House. Full House was one of my favorites, too. The Full House remake, not that great.
Yeah, you gotta be careful what you whisper sometimes. with
Fuller
shows.
House.
Just like
The name should have given it away, though.
Right.
Fuller House. Like, come on.
Boy
Yeah.
Meets World, Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. There's
name for
not a lot of signs on this road.
I know. I was just thinking that. I was like, we got to keep this game going.
we may not hit another letter until we get to Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
well, we're in that weird area, I think, between Hammond and
No, we're not. We're at Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
Lafayette is known as the happiest city in the world. Did you know that?
In the world?
In the world, I think they gave themselves that name. Yeah, just like their high school, or college football team. That's right, high school. Oops, changes their name every year.
So Lafayette's like, weren't they the capital at one point
I don't know.
of
Maybe
Louisiana?
is that true?
Or was
I
it
think
Shreveport?
I think it's where Cajun companies.
I don't know.
From. Or Cajun culture.
I don't know. Whatever.
People from Lafayette, Daniel Cormier, Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters out here. Don't start a fight. That's what I'm seeing.
Poirier's trying to get
Was that it? Was that the end of the list?
Yeah. That's about
Poirier's trying to get a UFC event at the Cajun Dome, which I think would be awesome
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
for his last little fight. Also, famous Raging Cajun got nominated for the Hall of Fame today. Do you guys know who that is?
Famous Raging Cajun got nominated for the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Who is
Drafted in the second round.
Raging Cajun.
Huh.
You may not know this person was graduated from UL.
I'm trying to think of famous
I'll give you.
Cajuns.
You want a small hint?
Yeah.
I'll give you.
He's
I'll
a
start
Steeler.
with. I'll start
Is
with.
he a Steeler?
No.
Okay, that's why I thought you might have went to-
This is a defensive player who was known for forcing fumbles.
Peanut Tillman?
Yep.
Wow. I did not know he went to UL. Or
Peanut
was it,
Tillman.
was it ULL at the time? Was it ULL?
probably
Even
USL at the time.
No,
USL.
it was still UL.
It was probably ULL. It was ULL for a while.
Yeah. It's they're trying to rebrand a little bit with
Oh,
USL because
Jesus.
the Bulldog. It's still it's still UL. That's what we're branding it. Just like no one calls Louisiana State University of Agriculture Mechanical College, they call it LSU.
Right.
It's no one calls it Georgia Technical State, whatever they call it, Georgia Tech. It's our way of abbreviating. If we want to do it, that's fine.
You know,
many even UT isn't. Texas isn't called Texas. It's a whole.
I think the thing is that you keep changing your name, so it's like you just don't know what you want to be.
coming off real defensive right now too.
Well, because I get UL fans get a lot of shit from.
Does DSLD Homes count as D?
LSU fans.
It counts.
Okay, we're in E.
It counts.
Exit.
There you go.
We're at F.
Here's the thing, though, right? Like, it comes across a little icky when you just all of a sudden claim.
I heard your wave watch.
You can't just be like, hey, guess what? We're now University of Louisiana. Well, you're not. You're not. There's a lot of universities in Louisiana, and you had 10 names before this one. You can't just randomly claim it.
But did we have 10 names before?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
There was like
we were
Southwest,
Southwestern Louisiana,
yeah.
so we were obviously USL and then ULL, and then we just dropped to Lafayette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about this movie with Sydney Sweeney and Anna de Armas?
Jake Delhomme, also famous for Agent Cajun.
That's what I was thinking of.
Brandon
But
Stokely,
I knew it wasn't.
also famous for
Brandon
Agent Cajun.
Stokely.
Yeah, there's a movie called Eden coming out with
Elijah Mitchell.
Sydney Sweeney and Anna de Armas, and I think we're in the midst of an all-time duo here. We're talking Pippen and Jordan.
Oh, which one's
Shaq
Pippen?
and Kobe.
Who's Jordan? Who's Shaq? Who's Kobe? I need to know the
Ooh.
breakdown.
Did you see the quote that they had that there's kind of a threesome relationship? So I'm
Yeah. There's some spicy scenes in this movie with them too. So, in this
Okay.
scenario, I think at this point in time, Sydney Sweeney has to be Jordan. Right now, she's got
Fines.
nice.
Fines.
G. She is having her moment right now. I think it's the Sydney Sweeney moment. I'll give her Jordan for the time being. But
Okay.
but Anna de Armas, very close. She's more like Jordan B than a Pippen.
I feel like Anna de Armas is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it's a different level.
It
I
is.
get it, but
And yeah, she's got the
it's
accent.
very like natural beauty.
She's got the accent.
yeah.
Also, that's. Yep. So I'll be in the theaters watching that
Theaters.
when it comes out.
Where are we at? G?
We're on G.
Do you guys say theater or theater?
Theater.
Theater. You're probably a
Theater?
theater person, aren't you?
I say theater.
Okay.
Wow, shocker.
I say theater.
Between aunt. What was the other one? There's been a few of them.
Aunt or aunt.
I don't think that episode really came out very
You
well.
said something weird,
I probably did.
and I was like, "What?"
You know what's what? I always make fun of my wife because she says hot dog, and it cracks me up.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
I'm out of topics, so I'm gonna need you to start carrying this.
Somebody step up.
When I had a little topic, we just obviously had a little delay from last week due to a hurricane.
Yeah.
So as the hurricane was happening and I had to go to Rouse's and get some food and some snacks and some drinkies, I was curious, what is y'all's go-to drinks and snacks? Hurricane's coming, you're like, I gotta go to the store and get this. Are you more of a non-perishable, just preparing for the worst? Or are you like, I'm just gonna pig out and get junk food?
Patty and junk food. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I guess
No.
it'd be interesting. What do you?
Yeah, what do you eat
Yeah.
during a hurricane?
Yeah.
I ate snacks. Okay.
Like what?
I bought dips. Okay, bunch of dips. There was like a corn, like a spicy corn dip I bought with some corn chips. Phenomenal. Killed it in one night.
Yeah.
What a weird
some
hurricane
salsa.
snack.
I'm just saying. I buy like cold stuff, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I buy a bunch of meat and I throw it in an ice chest if the power goes out,
That's
and then I
fair.
just grill. I treat it as a big camping trip, to be completely honest with you.
That's fair. I can get with that.
And I buy bourbon, always.
Yeah, that's always a good
Yeah.
choice. We stack up on chips. Cool Ranch Doritos, the best chip.
Yeah.
Pretzels, Cheez-Its, Elite Crackers.
Elite crackers.
You guys, PB&J.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Big
PB&J.
PB&J?
Absolutely. Well, not no J for me. More
No J?
just PB. Yeah.
That's
I don't like jelly. But
Not a sweets guy.
I'm very into trying to find the G here. It's very distracting.
I think most guys are very interested in finding the G. So.
That's a good call out.
I like that.
How do we feel about people who still drive? I was going to say a really racist term because it's what we called them when I was young. Imports with big rims and pipes. How do we feel about
Little
those?
Peter cars,
Yeah. Did you ever drive one of those?
big wiener cars. I did not. No.
Nope.
I did go through a weird phase in high school where I was obsessed with like getting a muffler that sounded like
Yeah.
super loud. I'm like, and now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, it's so obnoxious.
Did you do the thing where you put the card on your spokes
Oh,
on your
yeah.
bike?
Oh yeah, on my
when
bike,
you were a kid, yeah.
for sure.
It made me
For
think.
sure.
It made me
I had
think
pegs.
of that. I used to love that. Yeah, you
I
had
had
pegs. And did you? Like this is probably like the worst like thing I did as a kid was going around stealing the air caps.
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Like if I saw a cool one.
I got
thinking
so
it's-
mad at people that would do that because I always had cool ones and people would take them when I wasn't around.
Oh no,
I'd be
we
like,
used
who
to
stole my stuff?
If I saw it on a car and I liked
Yeah.
it, we would take it.
Those always, like a lot of semi trucks and stuff will have those giant spikes out the wheel. I'm like, who are you trying to not? Who are you trying to slash twisted metal style out the damn left lane? Like,
It's for the bad areas when you drive through.
I
bad
guess there's a
neighborhoods.
purpose of like not hitting curbs.
Great.
Oh,
There you go. Great
Say
American
gas.
RV. Great. Gas would have worked as well.
H. What's letters next?
H.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I'm doing it in my head every time.
That's fine. I sang the alphabet 3 times with my daughter today. I'm on it. Okay.
I like that.
I got it.
Do you want to get in the hot takes here, or do you want to? We're at like 30 minutes.
No, I have a question.
Yes.
What would be your elevator pitch to aliens on why they should not abduct you? Or they should. Which one do we want to go with? We go with should.
Oh, should abduct me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they should abduct me. I was ready to give you my reason why not.
Okay, tell them why not.
I'd just be like, I don't have a lot to offer. Like I'm like unless they want to study like the average white male, then maybe. Like I can give you that, but like I'm not a genius. I'm like average level smarts.
Yeah. They're going to study you and immediately think our race is doomed. Is that what you're saying? They're going to be like, I don't know about these guys.
Not like, I don't know. I'm not like a little scrawny guy, though. Like, maybe if I was like Aaron's size, they'd be like, small race.
Mm-hmm.
And, just average people. But, like, I don't have much to offer, so why abduct me? Well, you should go get the 7'5" guy in San Antonio. He's got a lot more to offer than I do.
Yeah, he might look like one of them, though, so they might be like, we put him here. We got to find somebody else.
He is a plant.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't. If you want a reason to abduct me, like I was born with one chest muscle. Maybe you want to know why. Like, why do people not have all their muscles? That could be a thing, I guess.
Maybe they can fix you.
Maybe they could. I would
give you a little ET touch.
There was a surgery that I could have gotten to have that fixed. They would have taken muscles off my back, and I was like, no.
BBL.
BBL David.
Anyway, what was your pitch?
I don't know. I'm annoying, okay? You don't want me. I'm going to make everything funny, or I'll try to, and you're probably going to get sick of it. So you might as well just leave me here.
Yeah.
Because when you're cutting me open, I'm going to make a dumb joke like, oh, didn't know that was inside of me. And like,
that's what she said.
Exactly. Exactly. I might even follow it up with that.
Shout out P. Diddy.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would probably just try and get them to go get somebody else the whole time, too.
I think I would take the approach that my 5-year-old takes to get me annoyed. They're abducting me. Why? We're taking you here. Why? You want to spend. Why? Why? You just keep asking why. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah,
it works for my 5-year-old.
This race is annoying. Kill him.
Yeah, they're about to say, then it'll backfire. Then you're dead.
You know what? We don't know what happens when we get abducted. Maybe it's better to be dead.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Somebody say, look, you see the situation we're working with down here. Do you really want any part of what we got going on down here up there? Because I don't think you do.
We could just show them our episode. We have the strategy to beat them in a war. So if they take us, this is my pitch for them to take us. If they take us, I could give them our strategy and they can win.
Yeah. I'll tell them who all the strongest people are and why they should get rid of them first.
Look, I'll turn on my race in a second. Don't you worry.
Traitor.
Speaking of aliens, did y'all see there was a news story that came out this week about a radio wave that is 9 billion years old that they were able to capture?
Wow.
So obviously whatever sent out that radio wave, 9 billion.
Yeah. Walk
9 billion years.
Walk with me for a second here. I don't know the details on this stuff, but I firmly believe that
Holmes.
Nice. I firmly believe that the civilizations that were here before us that like built the pyramids and all those things, I think there was a civilization that was like super advanced and had all this technology, and somehow they either don't want to be found and they're still around, or they just died out somehow. Like, there's no way some of these things that happened in the past happened with people that were just rubbing sticks together and speaking grunts and moans.
Industrial and ISO. Nice. Jay.
Yeah, there's always I don't know. There's so many little planets out there.
Are you telling me you think the cavemen had Wi-Fi?
Maybe. Maybe they had more. Who knows? Maybe there was something before cavemen, and maybe they died out, and then the cavemen happened, and it was like, now we're dumb.
And they were just like complete assholes and just took all the technology with them?
Probably. Maybe they live underground or something.
That sounds like the human race.
Yeah, could be.
Atlantis. Maybe they're like underwater somewhere, you know?
Ooh.
Just built this cool bubble down in the Marietta Trench. Maybe that's why people die when they go check out Titanic. They're getting too close to the truth.
Ooh. That's a myth I can get behind. Right there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Listen, we can come up with conspiracy theories all day. All right.
Yeah.
I'm in on them. They're fun.
If you could travel to the bottom of the ocean or outer space safely and return, which one would you prefer?
Oh man.
Give me space all day. It's too much well, I guess there's equal amount of pressure if you're under.
But we're not talking. But we're not worried about the pressure. Like
you're safely.
Yeah,
That's
you're going down. You're getting to explore everything that's down there, and then coming back.
Yeah, but it's still, if you're that deep underwater.
Aaron's like, I don't believe the safety part. Okay.
Well, even if it's safe, it still doesn't mean that it's not going to be aggravating. You got so much pressure, and like there's got to be some effects on your body.
You're going for the scenery. You're not worried about the effects on the body.
Well,
what better scenery is to see the whole damn Earth?
You're going to space. There's no oxygen. You're dead. Sorry.
But you said safe. I got a spacesuit on.
You can't be safe from space and not safe at the bottom of the ocean.
You can.
No,
I said you're safe, but it's more as a pain in the ass. I'm floating, and it's airy.
Shut up.
If I'm underground, I'm like, if you go too deep underwater to retrieve the little ring, your ears start popping.
We're not worried about that. You're in a special.
You're depressurized.
You're in a special thing that gets to go down, check out the scenery, and come back.
Yeah.
And report back to everybody what you saw.
Yeah, and it's comfortable. Let's
but
throw
if
that
you keep
in.
acting like this, we're gonna kick your ass out, fucker.
It's too bad. I'm fucking 20,000 feet in the air in space.
Float his ass.
We'll leave your ass out there too with
Anybody
the
gets
aliens.
that reference, I love you. I think I'm going. How far can we go in space? Like, can we just quickly go places, or is it going to like take a long ass time to get places?
You just get to explore. You can explore.
Okay, I'm saying
all the planets, including Pluto.
How long does it take? Because I feel like it'd be quicker to be able to do the ocean, and I think the ocean. I wouldn't
have asked this question if there had been so many follow-ups.
Let me answer why.
You're asking a hypothetical question. We're giving hypothetical answers.
Here's why. You can see more things in the bottom of the ocean than you can randomly see in space, right? Like, if it's going to take me friggin' 40 years to go see something in space and I'm just seeing black the whole time, whereas in the ocean in 6 hours I can, go across the whole floor. Like,
yeah, but it's equally as dark.
I wasn't worried about
lights, right?
Water.
I wasn't worried about all of that. I was also going to choose the ocean for a similar reason, because I feel like space is mostly like just space trash floating around.
Yeah.
Whereas the ocean, I feel like there's so much shit we don't know about.
I mean, you could argue there's stuff in space we don't know.
Yeah, true. But the ocean seems. I feel like we know so little about the ocean compared to what we know about space.
Yeah.
At least the bottom, like the depths of the ocean. You know what I mean? I think it'd be cool.
Some wild
Think of the
stuff
creatures you would find down there.
You're gonna run into a megalodon.
Yeah.
Just be like, whoa.
Loch Ness Monster.
Whoa.
Exactly. Atlantis.
Do you know the Loch Ness Monster was actually just a whale's penis?
Ooh.
I think this is not the first time we've said that on this podcast.
Yeah, but Aaron wasn't with us, so I wanted to give him the knowledge.
A whale's
Episodes
penis.
Aaron don't count.
A whale's penis, huh?
Yeah. Look it up. Look up a whale's penis. Tell me what you think.
We're at Chuck E. Cheese. I can look it up on my phone for sure.
Don't use their
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
To look up a whale's penis.
Want to scare my search history. Yeah.
Anybody else keep saying the alphabet to remember what letter we're on?
What are we on, J?
J.
I think we're on J. I haven't been looking.
Geronimo.
Yeah. What are the odds we finish this?
Oh, we're finishing it.
That's what
It's happening.
she said.
We still got an hour and a half.
Okay.
Not of recording. So maybe we don't finish it by the time.
Yeah. Let's get into hot takes then. Unless you got anything else.
We're at 40 minutes.
I
I guess we can get into hot takes. I pulled up a list of like random fun icebreakers.
Let's do that. Fuck it.
So this is a question Aaron asked us one time when we're at Blue Oak. Just, gathered around. And this is actually the first time I thought.
I was going to say, is this the first time
you should be on the podcast? Yeah. We're sitting down and he looks at us and he says, do you guys wipe sitting down or standing up? And I was like, what? Or maybe it's like front to back or back to front or something like that. And I was like, well, who asked that question to somebody that just met? So that's the question here. Do you wipe standing up or sitting down?
Sitting down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a sitting down.
You're a sitter downer. I'm also a sitter downer. So.
I feel like if you going back to the original take, I feel like if you wipe from the back, you have to stand up somewhat. How can you wipe from the back and sit down?
First of all,
there's no room.
I think I said this once before. You should not be wiping from the back ever. That is not a thing. And if it is, we need to change that.
Yeah, especially if you have kids and you're doing it to them.
It could be because I have a daughter. I mean, I never wiped back to front, but like, especially having a daughter, it's like ingrained in my brain. Like, front to back, front to back, front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a front to back guy.
Any more?
Oh yeah, I've got plenty. If the conversation died there.
I actually had one that was kind of on the same topic. When you guys do the dishes,
how is that the same topic?
Listen,
totally the same topic.
I keep seeing these videos of people saying this is how you should properly do the dishes, that you're not supposed to clean the dishes all the way and you're supposed to put them in the dishwasher with a little bit of food on them. That way the stuff sticks to the dishes and it cleans them and the dishwasher does it. Do you guys clean it spotless, soap, everything, and then put it in the dishwasher and still do it? Or do you guys just kind of dump the food off, rinse it, and just stick it in the dishwasher?
I'm still trying to figure out how that has to do with wiping my ass. But
we were talking about hot takes.
He's talking about removing particles from objects.
Yeah, no, I got the correlation.
He asked if I wiped standing up or sitting down.
I think it depends on the dishwasher. Like when we just got a new dishwasher that's way better. So I don't clean it as much as I did before. Before I thought my dishwasher sucked, so I just clean it all off and then put it in there. Like I'm not scrubbing it with soap and then putting it in there. Just rinsing the chunks off and putting it in there. Now I'm like, quick rinse, throw it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I'm not leaving food on it, first of all.
Yeah, not chunks of food.
Yeah, then it's... listen, I've seen people do that, and it leaves particles all in the dishwasher, and it's just gross. I definitely rinse it off. Maybe wipe it if it's still got some crud on it, and then just throw it in.
PSA to clean your dishwasher filter if you do that.
Yes, for sure.
I guess I'm the anomaly. I mean, I get a little scrub daddy, get some soap on it, and clean the dishes spotless before I put it in the dishwasher. The dishwasher is just kind of like an extra cleaning step.
You're just wasting your time, but I mean, it's fine. Go for it.
Yeah.
Like you could just not use a dishwasher.
You just bypass that second step.
You could just tell her to go to sleep. You don't have to use a dishwasher.
All right, serious question. Serious question.
Serious.
How long do you think you would survive?
That's the same thing.
Okay, I said serious, guys. Come on. How long do you think you would survive a zombie apocalypse?
Do I have weapons? Do I have a stash of things?
Yes, you can have whatever you want.
Is this like a Walking Dead scenario?
Let's just say the way you live right now. Let's go with that. The way you live right now.
Do I have the Costco survival kit?
The way whatever you have, right? If it happened right now, how long?
We're at Chuck E. Cheese. I think I'd be okay. A day.
A day? That's good.
It depends on how rural the area is.
Right now. He said right now.
Yeah, right now.
Like
you're in like that hotel. If that's a hotel, that's where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean,
outside of
or that gas station.
Give me at least I'd say I can at least survive a week at least. The tough part would be killing just zombies.
Yeah.
And then just hope that someone that you love don't turn into a zombie, and then you got to give him the old Rick Grimes.
Could you recreate the scene from I Am Legend with the dog if you had to?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd
100%.
I'd have to go out with my dog.
No, if it's
just me and my dog left on Earth, I'm going out with my dog.
Oh yeah, well that's different.
We've already had look. You've already gave me shit for saying I don't even know if I want to survive the apocalypse. Okay,
that's the thing too. What kind of zombies do we got? Do we got Walking Dead slow zombies or World War Z where they're sprinting at you?
Listen, if they're World
War Z, give me 12 hours.
Yeah. I'm just hiding the whole time. I don't know what I'm doing.
They're climbing on walls and stuff. Give me 12 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say Walking Dead probably give me longer. If I could find a weapon, I've got time, right? If I can find a weapon and a way to fight them off, I'm good for a little bit. Right now, I think I'm screwed. I think I got about 2 hours until we get to wherever we're going. I don't know if there's people there that are even infected. I don't even know if there's a zombie apocalypse, but you show up and all of a sudden there's a bunch of zombies coming after you. It's gonna be like, shoot, what do I do now? See,
I don't think it's the fighting them off part. Like, I feel like I could find some stuff and do that. It's the survival part. Like, when it's all over and I got to try to survive, my survival skills, listen, I didn't do Boy Scouts. I didn't do any of that. Yeah. My survival skills are shit. Like, if I got to try to make a stick fire, I'm fucked.
Stick with me. I got you. I got a little bit of survival skills.
What if you become a zombie?
Then we're screwed. You're screwed,
to get
buddy.
deeper, I guess, like...
I'll kill you fast.
Like your dog, though.
Like the shows like Walking Dead, they start and like everything is gone already. Say it happened right now. I mean, you would have a decent amount of stores to kind of rummage through. You would have a lot of places that would have gas. You can just hop in your car and just continue to drive. So I may push, if it happened right now, I feel like at least until things get depleted, I could last a little bit longer than a week, I feel like. Yeah, send me at Costco. I'm boarding it up. I'm good for...
If we had a team, like the three of us, I would last a little while.
Yeah. Well, the problem is the first thing we got to do is get our family and figure out if they're infected. You know?
Yeah.
Are you going back? Are you going back for your family?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Whose house do we stop at first?
Well, Aaron's driving,
Mine's
so I
the
think
first.
it's up to him.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what.
I mean, I'll be nice. I'll go down the line.
I'm just going to call it out. This Chuck E. Cheese stinks all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
it's
agree. You
just
said
this
the word
neighborhood.
gas, and that's what I smelled.
Yeah.
This is now a 4D episode.
Port
if you
Vincent
were-
Walker.
Hey, we're at
Stank.
episode 99.
Yeah.
We didn't mention that.
Yeah.
This probably could have been the 100th.
in a podcast anymore.
Save it.
Save it.
Save it.
All right. Any more icebreakers?
I mean, I can, but we could just get to hot takes.
I don't care.
Hot takes will take us some time anyway. We're already at 45
All right.
minutes.
I mean,
Minutos.
You had one you wanted to talk about specifically.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't
You
remember.
wanted to have a Sean Payton conversation.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we can.
Go.
I think you asked the question, though. The question was, has the NFL passed Sean Payton by, right? Or has he? What was the question?
We put on Twitter, we want people's hot takes. I responded to my own tweet with football has passed Sean Payton by.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a question. It was more so my take of football has passed Sean Payton by. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree. I mean, yes, in a way. It's a yes, but. I think that it's something to do with Sean Payton lately. He has changed the way he approaches offensive game plans. Like, he never did a lot of motion, but he was always creative. And it doesn't feel like he's very creative. He's super predictable now, and I don't know if it's because he's got Pete there. You know, if it's Pete.
But he's always had Pete.
Yeah, but is Pete calling the plays was my first question. Like, who's calling the plays right now? Because they look awful. They look super predictable. They look like we did last year. That offense looks terrible. So me saying it like that, it's like I'm saying yes to you. But I think like it's just something. Is he just old and he's just out of it? Like, I don't know.
Well, we know Sean Payton is a stubborn person, and he could just be stuck in his ways.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, like, maybe, I don't know if our offensive numbers would show it, because I feel like we always had a good offense with Drew, but I don't know how I want to word this. Like, even when Drew was becoming, it started with Alvin for me.
Yeah.
The way they stopped using Alvin was when I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, it started to feel not as creative, like you're saying. Maybe it was like Drew's limitations or something, and he had to kind of dial things back and couldn't be as creative. But I was just like, things don't feel the same.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Well, it almost feels like his offense all of a sudden got super vanilla and
Yeah.
super predictable.
And that's why, like, people, you know, obviously Pete was the problem last year because it was just him. But, like, we're giving Pete a lot of this hate, rightfully so, for last year. But I think Sean Payton's skating a little bit, and that's where my take comes from.
Yeah.
Because I think he started to lose his, you know, maybe he retired. Maybe he was starting to check out a little bit or something like that. But I think Sean Payton skates more than he should. I think Sean Payton skates more than he should. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Maybe I'm just jaded.
I mean, it could be a little of that.
Yeah. I mean, do y'all think it's... I mean, because once he left, obviously, and then Breeze was right after, it's, you know, the Saints struggled a little bit. I mean, do you give him a few more years because he's almost not in a really better situation than what he would have been after Breeze left he's got a rookie quarterback, he's got okay receivers, line is a little bit left to be desired. Do you give him a few years to build the team up because this is only his second year with it? And then Belichick, you know, once Brady and them left, you know, he kind of went down a little bit. Do you give him the opportunity to build up the team? Because one could say, I mean, as a non-Saints fan, Breeze was a big primary reason why the Saints were the Saints. So he doesn't have that franchise quarterback. I mean, even Russell did okay last year, but it wasn't enough. He wasn't Drew Brees to carry him.
I don't think he needs to build that team up. That team has talent, especially on defense. The team has talent. They traded away Jerry Jeudy, but you had Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. You got a good running back. Their offensive line was fine. I don't know if they still are or not. I don't watch a lot of Broncos football. But I think his problem is obviously the quarterback. But where does this idea that Sean Payton is some quarterback whisperer come from? That's always a thing that I like.
Years ago, I could tell you.
Is it because when Teddy would come in, like?
It's before that. It started when he was a quarterback's coach with Dallas, or his offense coordinator, I think. He made Quincy Carter look relevant, and then from there, basically anybody else in Dallas looked half decent. Tony Romo, he coached up. The offense looked good before Romo came in, and then Romo came in, and so it comes from that, and then obviously he's attached to Breeze from then on, which is
you can't. I don't give him credit for the Breeze years.
Like, I think people.
It's a mixture of both.
I think people only did because Breeze came in as damaged goods, and then obviously became a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I will give him credit for when he went on the run with Teddy.
Yeah.
When he does, doing something with like winning the games with Taysom when Taysom had to start. I don't knock him for Trevor Siemian because then and Ian Book because then you're just getting down to
Ian Book. That game does not count for Ian Book.
But he won a game with Trevor Siemian, so I get that, but I don't necessarily think he made them better quarterbacks. He played to their strengths.
Right.
Does that make them a better quarterback? I don't know. I'm thinking of it as I don't view him as a QB developer.
Yeah, I don't think he ever was actually.
I think he'll put his quarterbacks in the best position to win. But if you can't listen, I know Russell Wilson is not the Russell Wilson he used to be, but if you're a quarterback whisperer, you should be able to win games with Russell Wilson.
I think that may play in a little bit to what's happening, right? Like maybe he's protecting his quarterbacks and he's protecting them way too much. He's not letting them go out there and fail. So then they're playing vanilla, they're playing terrible, they're second guessing everything, and then they look bad as well. So it just nothing comes together. I don't know what that says, but it starts with a J. Jefferson? Yeah, Jefferson. We're going with it.
Nice. Okay. Moving on. We have a couple takes. One from you, one from Logan. Both are about rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So we'll have this conversation. Logan's take was Jaden Daniels is set up better for long-term success with the Commanders than Caleb Williams is with the Bears and their current staff. And your take was we need to start letting quarterbacks sit for a year again.
Yeah.
We're ruining talented quarterbacks in hopes of instant success. And that's obviously a big question right now is why is offense down altogether now?
Yeah, I think what has happened is you had a mass exodus of very talented quarterbacks in the league, right?
Yes.
You have Drew go.
It's the greatest era of quarterback play ever.
And a lot of teams are looking for that next superstar, and you've seen teams get lucky and hit on players. So they think that they can get instant success out of these young, talented quarterbacks, so they draft them and put them right in. But if you look at history, that doesn't work out often. Like even Patrick Mahomes sat for an entire year before he started the next year. Like it's just very rare that you're going to plug in a rookie quarterback and let them just take over the reins. I mean, C.J. Stroud is an anomaly. Take over the reins and just run with it. I think what's happening, quarterback is a very mental position, and when you have quarterbacks who struggle early on, it is very hard to turn that around and correct that, so to speak. Look at Baker. It took Baker so long to be as good as he is now.
Baker was good. Baker was good in Cleveland.
Not his first year.
Baker was good, man. Baker was good, and then he got hurt, and he tried to play hurt, and it ruined everything.
Yeah.
That's why he looked so bad. He played with his arm hanging off.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I just think if you look at all these guys that came in and were supposed to be, I mean, now granted, it happens all the time, right? But there's been multiple quarterbacks every year that were supposed to be these phenomenal quarterbacks. And they come in and they play year one and they look awful, and now they're irrelevant and they're back up somewhere else.
I think, Aaron, you haven't spoken
I was just
in a
saying,
while.
I mean, you can just, my team, the Steelers, is obviously a big swing and a miss on Kenny Pickett, and Bryce Young is now getting benched. And is that an O-line problem? Is that a Bryce Young problem? Is it a mix of both? Who knows? And then even in that same draft class, there was talks with, should we take Malik Willis over Kenny Pickett? And now he's moved teams, and he's playing right now because Love's hurt, and there's just, I don't know. I agree with Patty. It's like these famous quarterbacks. I mean, even Peyton, I think, what was it, his rookie year through an insane amount of interceptions. Ben Roethlisberger, I guess you could say an anomaly. He won a Super Bowl as a rookie, but he didn't. The stats weren't really there. That was more so the defense than anything. And then with Breeze, and it's just there was a lot of people that it takes some time to get adjusted, and it's in this NFL nowadays. It's like if 1 or 2 years, if they're not panning out, it's like you're getting the boot or you're getting traded or you're getting cut. It's like there's no. Everyone wants to see that instant success like it was back in the day, and it's just that's not the case, and I don't think it ever will be the case.
There's a few things that play into it also, like the best of the best tend to get drafted by the worst teams and into terrible situations, right? Like, again, C.J. Stroud was the number 1 overall pick, but...
Well, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young was number 1, sorry. C.J. Stroud was second, but the situation he went to was not that bad. Like, you got a new head coach that was really good.
Circle K.
Are we on K?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Yeah, so, like, that's part of it. Another part is you're talking about Malik Willis and, like, Kenny Pickett. Like, you're drafting quarterbacks in, like, the early rounds that necessarily maybe shouldn't be in the early rounds, and it's giving them higher expectations than they should get. Kenny Pickett, not a first-round quarterback. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I understand the strategy in drafting one in the first round. You get the extra year. There's benefits to it, but sometimes it's like, all right, you made him a first-round quarterback, and now he's expected to be a starter day one.
Yeah,
almost, and it's like that's not fair. Lodging. Miles.
There you go. And we're just rolling here.
North.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that's part of it. Also, the amount of practices you get now, not as many.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason offense just kind of sucks. There's a lot of different things. Like the Bryce Young, and then sometimes they're just not as good as we thought they were.
Office.
Like Bryce Young, nice.
Products.
We just passed a Q. Damn it. Part of I stayed in that hotel for 3 months after Katrina. Shout out to that place. Sleeping in Baton Rouge. Like Bryce Young, starting to think maybe he was just a product of Alabama. Like, look at the receivers he had. Like, Bryce Young is an undersized quarterback. Are you limp?
Currently.
What is that?
Right now.
Your Good Wood is what an advertisement for a wood company.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, Bryce Young, undersized quarterback, doesn't have a strong arm, not super athletic, so he doesn't run really well.
Yeah.
Like, he's just not good. Like, sometimes it's just that.
What a fall from grace from a lot of Alabama recent quarterbacks.
Orleans.
We're on cue.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But, Mac Jones, Tua, has struggled with injuries and stuff like that.
Story,
but then you can kind of throw Jalen in there a little bit, even though they only played there a couple of years. But then, I don't know.
I think that's another thing, too. Some of these guys come out and they they're not coached well enough. Like, they are not ready to be professional quarterbacks. They've played in some system that played to their strengths. They read half a football field. They've got tendencies they don't realize they have. And then they get in the NFL and they get exposed. And they're not. You can't just correct that overnight. Like, I think this starts, and now I'm going off on a tangent, I think this starts much deeper than just the NFL level where they're looking for instant success. This starts in high school. This starts in college. Like, these kids are not coached the way they should be coached to be quality, technical, like, they don't have the right mechanics. It's just, I don't know.
It's a lot of things, man. And it's like, I think the biggest thing is the system you get put into.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Like, look at Derek Carr, right? Like, he was an MVP candidate, but then he's played in how many different systems until now?
Yeah.
And, like, he's finally got a system that, it's only 2 weeks, but he looks good in.
Yeah.
And then sometimes that's all it takes. Baker, like you said, he finally gets to a system that
he looks good.
Is good. I don't know.
Did you see the stat that since Michael Thomas was put on IR, the Saints' offense is like top 2 in every category?
That's crazy.
That's insane. Poor MT.
Yeah. That was really all the hot takes we had. We didn't have a lot.
Oh.
I thought it would take longer.
Y'all think MT ever plays in the league again, or you think he's done to?
I don't know, man. I thought he would have been on a roster by now if he was gonna.
I would take him in Pittsburgh right now. We're so thin
I'd take
right
him
now.
back on the Saints.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think that's just like my love for him.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia.
You know?
Of it. I don't know if he's
Like, if he was a Steeler in the past, I don't know that I'd be like, yeah, I'll take Michael Thomas.
right.
But I don't know. I would take. There's a lot of players I would take because right now you probably get them at like vet minimum, right? Like, so there's a number that I'm willing to pay for him. I don't know, but I'd have to be convinced that he's not going to cause any issues because right now this team is rolling.
Tell him to delete his Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No
so, well,
Twitter.
he's done that before and he just comes right back.
Yeah.
No Twitter and block.
Teal Hobbs, shout out.
There you go. All right, let's close this thing out. We appreciate you guys for riding along with us. It's been a ton of fun.
We didn't finish the game. That's upsetting.
What's that?
We didn't finish the game.
We could try. You want to keep it rolling for a few seconds, see if we can find a cue?
Yeah, we're at Q. There's got to be some shit we can talk
There's
about
got to be
here.
a quality
A
in
little
somewhere.
cutie cue. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough ride along. It's just just staring at signs for.
We're at some tough letters in the alphabet coming up.
There was a queue way back. and
Wasn't there a thing you wanted to start doing, just like Googling random topics or something like that we could?
Yeah, it was like
we could do
best
right now?
things to do in Lafayette. Lafayette is also known as, Lafayette per capita has the most restaurants out of any city in the United States. Did you know that?
Wow.
Food
Good,
city.
underrated food in Lafayette.
Food
Cajun
city.
country.
Yeah, underrated food. When people talk about like Louisiana food, Lafayette, underrated.
Yeah, they dust their crawfish though, which is a little weird.
Yeah, I do agree.
Listen, we've had this conversation. I've never even tried dusted crawfish before. I have a hard time believing it's anywhere near as good as the right way.
It just seems. It
Try anything
just doesn't
once.
seem like it serves a purpose.
Right, I'll try anything once.
It's probably good. I'll be honest. I'm not even gonna front. It's probably good.
It probably is good, but it's
Queen.
Yes, but it can't be as good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing here. I'm not gonna knock it because I've never tried it, but
Some boudin.
ooh,
Yeah. I prefer the Vietnamese style, tossed in the little Vietnamese sauce. That's, whew, especially if you boil them the natural way first and then toss them.
yeah. We
Give
can
me that.
we can definitely keep this going because we're hitting the most popular letters of the alphabet stretch. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
Well, until we hit X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
and
I
then
thought
we'll-
I
talking about
would think
R.
the opposite.
No,
But maybe-
that's why on Wheel of Fortune they give you RSTLNE because it's the most popular letters of the alphabet.
Find out what it means to me.
You think you would win
Road work.
We're gonna win what?
Wheel of Fortune?
I feel like if any of the classic game shows, that's where I would be most successful.
No, that's not the one I think I'd be.
Jeopardy would be horrible.
What do you pick?
Price is Right. I might be okay.
Price is Right. I think I could.
Price is Right, I'd be
well.
terrible at because when I shop, I'm just like, I'm not looking at the prices. I'm like, I gotta buy this shit anyway. So I'm just swiping the card and going.
Family Feud.
Family Feud, I think, is one that
Yeah.
I'd be good at. Wheel
Stay.
of Fortune. What?
Stay. The.
Did we find R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need a U because there's also vape on that sign. Dang it. It went away.
I think Wheel of Fortune's tough. Like, I think I could be good at Wheel of Fortune, but I also could see myself just like freezing up, you know? So, I don't know. The Jeopardy, there's no chance. I get so excited when I get a question right on Jeopardy. It's like top 5 feelings in life.
Ooh, taco. That's what I'm talking about. Or,
What?
What?
No,
we
we're
didn't
on
get the
you.
U yet.
We got to get you.
You.
speaking of you,
Speaking of you.
yeah, speaking of that, you just reminded me when went to the Falcons and Steelers game, they brought out 3 special guests. Do y'all want to know who the 3 special guests were?
I would love to.
Soldier Boy.
They were, yes.
Had to be.
Soldier
You gave
Boy
that
was
away.
one. The 2 were, the other 2 were Killer Mike, and then this one is
Cody
out
Rhodes.
of, you would have never guessed in a million years who this. All right, let's play this. Killer Mike and Soldier Boy were the first 2. What genre of music do you think the third one would be?
Country.
Rock.
Yeah. Famous guitarist.
Famous guitarist. Slash.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't know another
Soldier
famous
Boy.
guitarist.
That should have been one of those high
Soldier
five
Boy,
moments, you know? Like,
Soldier Boy, Killer Mike, and Slash. I'm like, how
What a
does
trio.
Killer Mike, Soldier Boy, both from Atlanta? I get it. Slash. I'm like,
I don't know where Slash is from.
I loved it, but I'm like, they had like a little guitar
Did
hero
they
game.
perform
and
together?
No,
Oh,
unfortunately
I was
not.
about to say, what a scenario.
That
Slash
would've
did
been
have that
Stadium
album where he
distance.
just performed with like everyone.
Shout out
Yeah.
to our stadium.
While I was in Georgia too, since we're trying to keep it going to finish the alphabet, Have you guys ever witnessed a 2-mile-an-hour crash?
No.
I feel like I'm gonna if you keep looking back at it.
Well, we're going more than 2 right now, buddy.
It was
The
in
simulators at
slow
40.
motion, and it was. We stopped at a Zaxby's. Shout out Zaxby's, way better than Cane's.
Wait, continue your story.
And we're walking, and all of a sudden, it sounds like someone literally threw like something in the trash can. It was so quiet. I was like, "What the hell?" And I look, and it was like a fender bender with these 2 old ladies
Fender bender.
going 2 miles an hour.
In Ethel.
She hopped out, and she smiles. First of all, wild take. If you get out, if someone rear ends me and I get out of my car, I'm smiling.
Get the beep button ready.
I don't have the beep button.
I gotta. They're on there. I need to beep some names out of my story.
Well, I can't. I don't know
I'll
which
do it
one's the
afterwards.
beep
Don't
button.
worry.
And they literally just, it was 2 old ladies. They just smiled. They looked at each other. They looked at the bumps that weren't really there, and they just said, "You good?" "Yeah." And they just got back in their car, and then they weren't even at the menu at the drive-thru yet, so they still had to just sit in line and order at Zaxby's. But yeah, it was in slow motion, and it was just a 2-mile-an-hour crash.
You're gonna know the people I'm talking about. He's not, but I am gonna name drop here for the sake of the
Where
story.
are we going, by the way? You? Are we still on
Yeah,
you?
we're on you. I'm gonna have to future me beep these names out. We were leaving North Shore. Me and I was riding home from school with him. We were going through the back gate by the football field over there, and we were staring at ass and ran right into the car in front of us.
Wow.
So yeah, that happened.
That's a very similar
I need
story.
to look up this name.
I was also at North Shore coming into going to basketball practice, and a guy was leaving, and they have the little soccer fields over there, and so I have to wait to let this guy go through the exit, and I realize he's not stopping, not stopping, and then he T-bones me, and I'm like, and I get out the car, I'm like, "You good, man?" He's like, "I'm gonna be honest, I was looking at the girls on the soccer field." I was like,
Good for him.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah,
And
it
I'm
happens,
like, hey,
man. We are but men.
it happens.
You know?
I couldn't be mad at him. I was like, hey, at least he was honest with me.
I got hit by a politician once. That was cool.
Ooh, nice.
Should have sued.
Yeah. I'm not going to name drop.
Should have. We can beep it.
I don't remember his name.
Oh,
I just remember
Must
when
not
I
have been a
saw
good
his ID, I was like, oh,
politician. Yeah.
you run for something.
Did you vote for him?
No.
Nah.
No. Got a nice settlement out of it. It was fine.
Oh, cool.
There's no use, guy.
There are no use. That might. Listen, we're at the tough stretch here. We'd have to drag this out for a long time.
V would be even tougher.
V is tougher.
Oversized.
The O's missing.
We're about to get.
Oh, oversized.
No, we need
We're
to.
on you.
dumb.
Shit.
We're on you.
Damn it.
We're about to get to X in a few minutes here.
Any umbrella stores?
The only
around?
chance you get Z is if we pass a zoo.
I can't think of many words with a U. Under, umbrella.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
You know.
We might be wrapping this thing up here.
Well, we got to you.
We may have failed.
We got to you, folks. US.
Where?
Does that count?
What?
PTSI dash US.
Sure.
Judges.
Judges.
We'll count it.
I'm hearing they're counting it. So we're gonna go with yes.
The Versailles.
Oh, every time I try to get out, it just
So let's
keeps
go.
pulling me back in. You want to close it out?
Yeah.
You're still good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't been lit up the entire time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm seeing it.
Okay.
I'm seeing it.
Okay. Yeah, let's get out of here. Go ahead.
Cool. Thank you guys for riding along with us. I am tired. We still have a long night ahead of us. We got the Tulane game tomorrow, or UL, depending on who you are in this car. Follow us everywhere. That's it.
Yeah, we'll have content
Yeah,
Yes.
from the weekend.
we will.
Vaughn!
Damn it!
Let's go.
W.
At the shot clock
We're only
buzzer.
a few letters away now.
At the buzzer.
We'll cut it. Look, goodbye. We're cutting it there. We'll keep it. We'll throw this in if we.
It'll be like 15 seconds where we
Yeah.
just say each word.
Yeah.
That way you know we made it.
The problem is editing it from here. Oh wait, hit my yeet button.
Oh, which one is it?
The one that says yeet.
Hit my
Found it.
eat.
I can't see that.
Bad. We have an
It
I
might
am
have said.
Batman
It
button.
might have said, "I am Batman."
World.
Are we
We're
on
on,
W?
are we on V?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not on
We
V.
said V.
Yeah, we said B.
X.
A, B, C, D, V,
Wow.
W, T, R, S, T, U, V, W. We're on X now.
Wow, this is gonna be a rough
Yeah,
one.
this is-
Good
I
luck.
don't know how X is gonna happen, guys.
Xylophone stands anywhere.
Hopefully, there's an
Xavier
express
University,
something without
maybe.
an E.